Tonight's episode of the Outsider Insider Live is brought to you by
The Kahat Airlines. Khan understands luxury international airline service. When the trip is more important than your destination, fly the Kahat Airlines.
The Kahat Airlines prides itself on having the highest trained pilots in the northern Himalayas. Oh, who cares where you want to go, man? Like it's the trip that matters. And I will get you somewhere, somehow, eventually. We will take out the Missouri this time! This time the Missouri goes down! All seats on board are luxury seating with the loveliest of flight attendants to serve the finest Kanunistani cuisine. All made with the legendary Kahat special recipe.
Try the brownies, man. They are righteous out of sight, darlings.
Yes, for a trip you may never want to come down from, fly the Kahat Airlines.
Kahat Airlines. Get high on the plane while you are high on the plane.
Kahat Airlines is a subsidiary of Kanunistani Travel Agency, owned and operated by the Royal Khanate Governor of Kanunistan. Kahat Airlines' times of departure and destinations may change at any time, even mid-flight. All travel is at the whim of the flight crew or any cool ideas suggested by hip passengers. Reservations and bookings are not guaranteed. Passengers with gullible personalities and large bank accounts are welcome. Squares and uncool types are asked to seek travel via other means. All information is on our website as soon as we get around to finishing it. Kahat Airlines is not responsible for lost luggage, passengers, or planes. Fly Kahat Airlines. This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey everybody, how are you doing this Friday? I'm back in my saddle again, back in Toledo, Ohio, after a 4-week whirlwind tour through the United Kingdom. If you've watched the attempts at live streaming from the UK or a couple of the videos I posted, or if you've seen my Facebook, I'm just going to be a broken record. This was one of the best trips Joyce and I ever took. Outside of getting there and leaving, this was one of the best trips. All our trips to Germany have been awesome, but this one was special. Our German trips are always special, but I won't say the UK was better than Germany, but this particular trip was really special. Joyce and I just had a blast. It was different for us because we've been through Germany so many times. This is our first time in the UK, and It's hard to believe it's over, and yet I was going through some of our pictures. I've started editing pictures. I haven't even looked at video yet. I'm just editing pictures. And it's just, wow, that was just a month ago. It feels like it was 5 years ago already, but it's also very fresh in the mind. So anyhow, let me get into the greetings and catch everybody who's here. Hello, Ethan Armitage. Hope you're well. Rick from Folds Bailey Model Railway. Hello to you if you're still here. Lee at Anfield Road, one of the people we got to meet in the UK. Hello to you and Jackie. Tim JD, another person, the first person we met. He'll always have that distinction, privilege, or curse that he was the first one we met. And it was brilliant. It was so cool to meet you, Tim. And we got to meet you 3 times. We met you that first day, and then we went to Gloucester with you, and then you hopped on the train as we were leaving just to spend more time with us, which was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm easily moved on emotions, but so if I start choking up or tearing up, just bear with me. Hey, 156 Andrew, it was nice talking to you this morning while you were traveling. Tom Couples, always an honor to see you, sir. Let me see, make sure I'm not skipping. Clive at Newland Railway, nice to see you. I think I got down. Leslie Gilpin, another one we got to meet. It was so awesome. It's really weird watching some of your videos now for the first time after having met some of you, where Leslie posted a video, and after we met him, it's like, I met him. It's so cool. Ifo is here. Nice to see you. Ewan, great to have you here. Let me see. Ewan. Alan, another person we met, but we don't want to talk about Alan because he didn't do enough for us while we were in the UK. He really dropped the ball on that. He just didn't do enough for us. I got to tease him about that. Kyle is here. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm still going through the list. And Chris is here. Somebody else we got to meet. Chris, it was awesome to meet you, man. Joyce and I really did not want to let you get on that bus, and we knew you had to get back. We knew you had obligations, but we did not want to let you get on that bus. It was so awesome to meet you. Andrew from March West Junction. Again, somebody else we met, and it was just great to miss you. It was great to miss you. No, it was great to meet you, and we really wish we could have spent more time. Well, welcome, happiest guy. Let's make you a knight of the rhomboid table. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. So I think I've got everybody. If I missed you, Manshed Railroad. Hello, Manshed. And again, Andrew and everybody. As you can see, whoops, let's go this side. I am wearing my Dragon Junction pin. My other one is a, oops, let's go this way. It's crooked. I picked this up at, I'm going to say it wrong, Harburn train shop in Edinburgh. It says Station Master. Why not? Right? Why not? It says Station Master. Hey, Ray Bobel is here with a frowny face. I'm sorry, Ray. Maybe we can add a couple of jokes here and get you going a bit. Oh, I missed you. I did not catch you in. There you are. Welcome back, Opa Dodge. I did miss you. My apologies. Robert's train set is here. Yes, I'm trying to catch the list and get everybody. Robert, it's awesome. It was so fun to meet you. The best thing about everybody we met is they are who they are on camera. Joyce and I, we smile every time we talk about the people we met. Carl Brond is here. We got to meet Carl, and it's so great to have a face to go with the name there. So yeah, just Lee sent you here. Well, so once you decide you don't like it here, happiest guy, well, you can blame Lee for that. Anyhow, let's talk about the UK a bit, and then I want to share some things I got with you. I got cards, Richard's train in the attic. Oh, I really wish I could have talked to him more as well. Dragon Junction business cards, stickers from Lee, But yeah, it was just everything that could go right while we were in the UK went right. Getting to the UK, anything that could go wrong went wrong, except we did get there. And coming home from the UK turned into a 2.5 day nightmare, but we did get home, so I guess in the end it's all good. But in between that, June 2nd to June 27th was just a whirlwind of bliss. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it balances out some of the shit that happened to me when I was young, but or maybe it's karma. You put out goodwill towards people, goodwill comes back. But it was just a blast. Joyce and I just every day offered something positive, new, and amazing. And then getting to meet a lot of these YouTubers. It started off with Tim down in Cardiff, and it was just brilliant. Each person we met, we wish we could have just kept you with us. We really wish we could have kept you with us. Hey, Jerry, the class 812, the Caledonian, how are you? So anyhow, let's get into business right away, and then I can start running trains and talk about the UK or answer questions. Talking about gifts. Got a couple of coffee mugs from Hales Heritage Railway. Brilliant stuff. Tastes like Edinburgh. So let's go with what blows me away was several people brought us gifts. I certainly was not expecting gifts, and if I were a better person, I would have brought gifts as well. I just, of course, we rushed out the door and didn't have time to do that. But we went to, and I'm just going to do them in the order I pull them out of the bag. Andrew McDonald brought us a gift bag, March West Junction, if you don't know. He brought us a whole bag of little stuff. And let's see, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. The first thing he gave us, and yes, I did my best. I got it home, and he got us this really cool little British Rail advertisement sign. Really pretty. This is going to go in a frame, and it's going to go on the wall down here. I just got to find the right frame, and I'll have to set up a little wall where I'll have this around it. Maybe put all the business cards or stickers I got from some of the sites. I'll start being like Lee and others and collect them all. But this is just beautiful. It's a little bit of Art Deco artwork, advertising Sea Britain by train. Thank you, Andrew. This was really cool. But Andrew's generosity didn't stop there. He got us from the National Railway Museum. He got us a little car railway museum. And so that was really cool. That was just amazing. And then we saw Jim from Hover Motion. Let me see, has anybody else coming? Stuart from St. Mary's just came in. Jim at Hover Motion got me a couple of interesting American cars. This is a track level check. I don't know if you guys could see that, but it's actually a level in there. It's a level, which I don't want to run on my layout because it'll merely tell me how unlevel everything is. I've got a couple of live unboxings to do. Also from Hover Motion, a couple of little American vehicles, a couple of American vans that can go on my layout. So that was just cool. And he actually gave me a classic catalog from years gone by, and I actually left it at his house. Robert even gave us something. It was really weird because several people were following our flight. They knew the problems we were having getting over to the UK, and Robert printed up, am I holding that upside down? Yes, I am. Robert was following our flight. Several people were following our flight and texting me or messaging me. Robert printed up and gave us the chart of our flight while we were coming over as he was watching. This was really cool. It got a little bent because I did not get protection for it when it went in the bag, so I feel bad about that. Sorry, Robert. Okay, so that was, and then we got stickers. I got buttons from Dragon Junction. Now, before anybody mistakes what I was saying, if you didn't know, Alan went above and beyond, and I don't like to compare anything, but Alan drove all the way over from where he lives in Northeast Wales to where we were staying in Northwest Wales, picked up Joyce and me, took us on a magical mystery tour through northern Wales to see the most amazing, beautiful landscapes. It was just brilliant. We went to this place where they do the fastest zip lining bit in the world, and wow, those people are like rockets. It was so impressive. It was so cool. And Alan actually has done it. He did it for, I think he said, his 66th birthday. Brilliant stuff. Just awesome to be there. We went to a slate mine museum, a slate quarry museum, which was brilliant because that's what built Wales. And then we went to a small railway museum, which was really cool. He can say the names better than me. And then he took us back to his house and gave us the grand introduction into the shed, and it was just brilliant. And his family, his wife Babs is awesome. Got to meet his daughter and his grandson, who's often his director and cameraman. Awesome young lad and family. It was brilliant. We met Jim from Hover Motion. Hey, Joseph, how are you? And it was just, I mean, I'll talk more about it because I'll just keep using the same words. Awesome, brilliant, amazing, mind-boggling, surreal at times. All right, then I did my own shopping, and so let's get this bad boy home. Some of you know I was going to do this. Jean Ricard has not shown up yet. Welcome, Hot Dog Pilot 63. You're not knighted, so let's get you knighted if you want to advertise a channel or post a link to something. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. But I said I was going to do it, and I did it. I bought myself a mallard. It's just the one UK loco I fallen in love with, although the Azuma, yeah, there might be an Azuma showing up here someday soon or later. I like that Azuma. That was nice, as well as the GWR Class 800, but I really like the Azumas. But we got a, let's see if we can pop this out gently with Shaky Hands McGee here. It's funny, it feels a little bit heavier coming out of it than it was in it. But there we go. There is my little mallard. It's not the most highly detailed, but what the heck. It's going to be pretty much a shelf queen. But this is the steamer that set the land speed record for steamers. So brilliant. I'm loving this. I'm happy with it. I'm just going to set it over here because trying to put it back in the box with my hands all shaky. My hands are shaky anyhow, but because my emotions are up, they get shakier. It wasn't a magical mystery tour. Alan was lost. Hey, Rick's R&L is here. Yeah, we did make it back safe. Now that is, gosh, I hope I'm not I told him I would do this on screen live. We also, and I haven't listed everybody we met. I don't think I've mentioned everybody we met. But the last person we met in the UK was our last day in London. Danny from South Line, Southern Line met us. And he was already excited because he had talked to Alan for quite a bit on the phone the day before. And then he had set up to meet us. And wow, what a nice guy. Very nice man. Very friendly. Beautiful son. Really nice young man. Was a little shy around us, but of course we're strangers, so why not? But he gave us a gift. Now, it's on the box, but I can't guarantee that's what's in the box. We'll see. But I told him I'd open it live on screen. So we're doing a live box opening, so no, I guess that's what it is. This is very cool. It is, we got a little, okay, first of all, we got some South Line, Southern Line stickers from Danny. Awesome. It's DCC fitted.
I'm sorry, DCC ready. So I don't think it has sound yet. You have to buy the chip. It is not. It doesn't have the chip in it. It's an 8-pin chip I have to buy, which I'll probably break down and do. Because now that I have the Mallard and I'm thinking of getting the Azuma and I have that Beetle Eurostar, Joyce and I have already talked about it. People have suggested I convert one of the lines on my layout to DC so I could run my DC stuff. Not going to happen because I don't want to lose one of my German lines. But I am going to build just a little bit around me here, around here and under the layout table, and run all my DC stuff there. But here's what Danny got me. Isn't that a gorgeous? And it's weathered, but yeah, so it is what it said on the box. I was really thinking maybe got something that would have been from the South Line, Southern Line down there. Hey, Philip Page is here, somebody else we met. So, yeah, just that's gorgeous, especially if you like weathering on it. I love it when people weather. I will not weather. I'm not into weathering, but when it's done and it's done well, it's brilliant, obviously. So that is fantastic. Let's see if we can get that up on the light. So again, nobody had to get us this stuff. Nobody had to do this, but they did. So just amazing stuff. Now that is it for the UK, but whoops, that is it for the UK. However, we're not all done yet. While I was in the UK, a couple of things happened that allowed me to spend a little more money. Some of my retirement bonus started coming in. So I ordered a couple of locomotives from my German shop. These are locomotives I've wanted for a while. They've been on my wish list, not my pre-order list, just my wish list, so that when I had spare money, I was going to buy them if they still had them. Well, they did have them. I'm not going to open these completely on air because I really want to save this and start doing my American Outsider shows again where I do openings and review. Well, I don't want to call them reviews, but introductions to my newest rolling stock. But I get this locomotive. This is a Class 143. Now, if you really know my German stuff, I actually already have a Pico 143, but it's very weak. It was an El Cheapo Pico. It's good. It's nice. It's just a weak puller. This is a higher end Märklin 143 because I can afford it, and so I bought it. So I'm really excited. Hey, Joe Rader. There's no such thing as late. But so this is a class. Whoops. How about I open it the right way? This is a Class 143, which is a. But I will do a full review. So look for videos in the next week where I go through these and show them off. But yeah, I did buy this one. This is a Märklin. Very excited about this one. And I do want to get going on this, but for 2 days, I just kind of vegetated here at home. And Richard Brown, there's Richard Brown. And then the other one I got here, this is Brava. Now, Brava only makes high end. They're relatively expensive, although I got a good discount on this one. I got a Brava locomotive. This is a diesel locomotive I've wanted for a long, long, long time, but it was always, other things took precedent, but I finally broke down and bought it. This can help pull my Regio Bonds, my double-decker Reds. And this is a Class 245 diesel. Again, I don't know why. I'm just showing you that I got it. While it's in the box, you're really not going to see much. But this is my second Brava. My first Brava, Joyce bought for me, and it's a gorgeous piece of machinery. Brava does not do things by halves. Brava always does quality work. In fact, if you want to say anything about Brava that's negative, it's that they put so much detail in, sometimes the details can be fragile. But it's weighty, it's strong, they're always quality. So I know this is going to be a great locomotive, but this is a Class 245. It's fully pimped out with sound because when Brava makes anything for 3-rail AC, they do it. It's called Digital Plus Extra. So it's whenever they do anything for the Märklin system, it's automatically pimped out. They don't do El Cheapos for Märklin. They don't do El Cheapos, period. But for DC, for 2-rail systems, they do basic chip, or high-end chip. With American, it's always high-end chip. So then it won't be in until next week. I just did a massive order of track, new points, because that's one of the big things to talk about. I am going to be doing a bit of an overhaul on the Bremen side. Now, Delmenhorst is the side that's important to me. That's where I've got the station that I custom built myself, blah, blah, blah. I've been unhappy with a couple of things, in fact, a couple of points that create problems at times with certain locomotives or cars. And I'm going to redo this side. I'm going to realign going into my parking and that that big area over there. So, that's pretty much everything I've got going and going new. So I'll tell you what. Let's for here on in. Let me go ahead and get you some trains running. It's been a long time. I only ran them for about 15 minutes today. So far, so good. We'll see what happens. But we'll get the trains running. And hey, there's Christopher. Good to see you. Yes, Philip. So while the trains are running, let me just quickly go through everybody we got to meet. Most of them are here, if not all of them are here. This is not in order of importance. This is in order of meeting. Joyce and I arrived in London, and then we went to Cardiff in southern Wales. So a couple of days in London, 4 days in Cardiff. We went up to Bangor, where we went to Carnarvon and Conwy Castle and visited Alan. We then went up to Liverpool from Bangor. From Liverpool, we went up to Edinburgh. From Edinburgh down to York. From York down to London for a day and a half, and then 2 days to get home. So that was our trip around the UK. The day we arrived in Cardiff, Tim J.D. hopped on the train at Newport, which is a town just 12 minutes by train away from Cardiff. And we got to meet Tim and chat with him. And then a day later, he went with us to Gloucester and showed us around Gloucester, which was brilliant, because he showed us some things we probably would not have really caught notice of if he hadn't been with us. But just hanging out with, in fact, the only bad thing about that was Tim did not say anything, but Joyce and I, once we start going, we just go. And Tim and Joyce share a bad knee, although Joyce has had hers surgically repaired many times, but Joyce has a bionic knee now. And, you know, Tim was limping a bit by the time we got done there. We felt really guilty about that, but it was brilliant. And then Tim, on our train from Cardiff to Bangor, hopped on it and rode it to Newport again just to hang out with us again. And Tim was just brilliant. You cannot meet a nicer guy, other than his hatred for you two. But it was just brilliant. That just kicked things off. Joyce and I had a blast hanging out with Tim. And then we went up to Bangor and did our castle bits in northern Wales. And I've already mentioned Alan. And it was just brilliant. I've talked so much about it, I'll repeat myself. What Alan did for Joyce and me was just... it was just mind-blowing. We got to see things Joyce and I would not have seen. And we are so glad he did it. And he went out of his way. And I even offered to pay for the gas. He was like, no problem. I was like, this was a lot of petrol. And at the cost of petrol in the UK, that was a lot. And but it was brilliant because he gave us a great tour. No tour guide could have done a better job. Yes, it is, Tim J.D. It's all the album covers. It's all the Beatle album covers. And I'm babbling here, so I'm not reading the chat. I apologize. Okay, so we met Alan. And it was just brilliant. I can't say enough about it, but he'll get sick of it or something, I don't know. It was just Joyce and I, especially me, wear our emotions on our sleeves, so we don't bottle stuff up, positive or negative, well. And then I went down and visited Jim from Hover Motion, and I hope nobody gets offended at me saying this, but when we decided to go to the UK, Jim was the first guy that he was on. This is the one guy, if we see anybody in the UK, he's the one guy I wanted to see in the UK. I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but I've been talking to Jim longer than just about anybody else on YouTube. And he does German trains like I do. And so when we were going to the UK, he's got a brilliant layout. I'm sure most of you know Jim. Just absolutely brilliant. And his family, his wife Donna, and his daughters, again, it was you couldn't ask for better. The only thing you could ask for is more time. Jim even took an hour and a half ride. It took him about 50 minutes. He drove Joyce and me home to Liverpool. He drove us home, even though it was going to be about 55 minutes back alone. But it just gave us more time to chat. It was brilliant. And so hanging out with Jim. And really, again, Jim is a bit as quiet as he comes across in his videos. Very direct in what he talks, but it was brilliant to talk to him and really get, and as he explains things and the excitement he has for what he does. And of course, so I think some of that was me, because I'm so excited for the stuff. He's like, yeah, it is cool, isn't it? You know, it was just brilliant. Okay. And then the next day we met Lee and Jackie from Anfield Road, which was brilliant. Lee is a great guy, and other than drunks walking through interviews, it was a great time. And we went out to eat. We dragged Jackie all over Anfield so I could see the stadium. I got my Mo Salah shirt, and they just signed Mo Salah for a couple of more years. Yay. It was just it was just 2 perfect days in a row. And then the next day we're off to Edinburgh. And Philip Page, who's here now, who used to do Kitchen Counter Railway, he followed our train and knew that we had an 8-minute layover at Wigan. On the way, we had to change trains at Wigan. Joyce and I did. So he told me, I will be there. So I told, well, he knew what train we had and what platform we had arrived at. But he came out, even though there was like an 8-minute window, which might have been 5 minutes, to say, hi, nice to meet you, goodbye, and hop on our next train. Well, as it was, there was a delay, and we wound up having 20-25 minutes, I think, to really just chat and hang out, and it was brilliant. Philip's another guy. I had never seen him on camera, but now I've met him, and it was just so cool. He is such a great guy. So if you get a chance, go to Philip's page, go to Tim's page, like and subscribe to their channels, because they're great people and they have great stuff, but they're nice people. Forget the trains, they're just beautiful people. Jim and Alan as well, but Alan's got so many subscribers, he doesn't need more, right? So we had a great time with Philip. Then we get to Edinburgh, and we had just met Philip and had a great time, and we had just arranged to meet Chris from, hang on, Hales Heritage Railway. We met Chris from Hales Heritage Railway. The Taste of Edinburgh. And of course, Chris is one of my favorite people on YouTube, and I'll say that about 80 people. I apologize, but oh my God, Chris was exactly what I wanted to be. Although I will say this. If anybody wants to have some fun, either go look on my Facebook page and find those pictures of Chris sitting with us at the Starbucks. But Chris looks like Cat Stevens looks like today, the famous British singer, pop singer from the 60s and 70s. Chris, you look a lot like Cat Stevens does today. But, oh my God, Chris, it was so beautiful to meet you, and we did not have enough time. So we did that. Then we're going to go down to York. And we went to York, and the second day in York, we went to the National Railway Museum, and 6 people showed up. Richard, Trains in the Attic, Leslie Gilpin, Carl Braun, Andrew McDonald, March West Junction, Robert from Robert's Train Set. And Robert, I forgot your last name. I apologize. And some guy named Alan showed up. A trucker named Alan showed up. I think he was a FedEx delivery man. And I hope everybody understands what I'm about to say. But, you know, I've seen, like, a bunch of guys went to Strasbourg, United States, and you had like 20, 25, maybe 30 YouTubers all got together and met. Uh-oh. No, it says we're good. And it was beautiful. Robert was so much fun. Just everybody was great. It was nice to meet Carl. A great guy. Had a nice time walking around and seeing some of the stuff with him. I really felt bad because I really had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. Richard from Trains in the Attic. And we just had people there, and you get talking to one and you don't talk to the other. And that's where the worst thing, the only bad thing about a meet and greet as a group is you don't get to spend enough time with each of the individuals. You want to spend that entire time with each person. And instead you give a little time here and a little time there and a little time there and a little time there. I had so much I wanted to talk to Andrew about, one of my favorite channels. I had so much I wanted to talk about Robert too. Richard from Trains in the Attic. I really wanted to get to know Carl Braun more. Leslie, I had so much more I wanted to talk to you about. And I guess there's Facebook and video chats and that as well. They're always a backup, but so it was just brilliant. And there was a moment, this bizarre moment, where we sat down and I bought everybody drinks and a snack. I wanted to take them out to lunch, and they're all like, no. It's like, guys, I can cover it. We can go to lunch. I will buy anything. And we wound up just getting some drinks and cookies and cake or whatever. I'm sorry, biscuits or cake and drinks. And it wasn't expensive at all. It would have cost twice as much at a diner in the United States to buy all we bought. And it was nice. But there's a moment I'm sitting there. I'm sitting at the end of a table because I'm a lefty, and I got to either be on an end, a corner, or an end where my left arm doesn't whack the person next to me. And Richard from Trains in the Attic is right here. Robert from Robert's Train Set is here. Alan is there. Leslie Gilpin is there. Andrew McDonald is straight across from me from March West Junction. Carl Braun is there. And who am I leaving out? I'm leaving out somebody besides Joyce and Mom. And I'm just sitting there I'm watching all these people that I see on my TV all the time and their channels. Oh my God, they're all here. They're all talking. I'm sitting at a table with all these people, and I'm just sitting there going, I don't belong here. These are stars, and I'm just some schmuck. And the funny thing is, a couple of days earlier, Jim from Hover Motion, his daughters were saying the same thing to me. They're like, it's you. It's you, that crazy American. You're really here at our house. So I was just blown away. It was just so awesome. And then we finished up our stay in New York and went to London. And before we went to London, we had hooked up and set a time to meet Danny. And I'm sitting here, hey, it's Southern Line Danny. Funny guy, really nice on his channel, always excited. What a great guy. And he and his son are all giggling because they're meeting me. And I'm like, why the hell are you giggling that you're meeting me? Why on earth do you care that you're meeting me? But it was amazing. The sights we saw, the places we went, all were just. Joyce and I didn't have a disappointment. There is nothing that disappointed us. Well, the town of Bangor itself, and this is nothing against Bangor, the town of Bangor itself is just not a thrive. It's on a beautiful location. There's the bay out there, and you can walk down and see the water. It's great. But Bangor did not have a lot going on in it by itself. It was a perfect place because we went to Carnarvon Castle, we went to Conwy Castle, we met Alan, went and got to see the bay out there and part of the, I think that's the Irish Sea out there. And so it was brilliant. But in and of itself, the town itself was just kind of meh. Whereas Liverpool was just whoa, and Edinburgh was just whoa. Robert, to quote Alan, I wish I could have done more, but you guys refused my generosity. I would have taken you into the shop and bought you trains if you wanted them. The least I could have done. Robert, your train ride was something like 5 hours, wasn't it? Did I get that right? Do I remember that? You took a 5-hour train ride? So, the least I could have done was bought you tea and biscuits. I would have loved to have done more. Hey, Randall Ellison is here. Nice to have you. Joe Rader I saw come in if I didn't say hello. It blew me away. And yes, I'm a bit self-deprecating that when, you know, there were people that wanted to meet me, and that's such an ego boost that I almost have to contain it. Somebody really wanted to meet me, but you know, when Jim says that he watches my live stream and my comedy bits, his daughter's like, yep, it's on there. Dad watches your stream either live or on makeup. He always makes sure he watches that. And I'm like, he's got 16,600 viewers. There's so many channels, but he always makes sure he watches mine. That's humbling, to say the least. Well, now I got yelled at by one friend of ours that when we took the group picture, Joyce took the group picture for us. You know, you had your selfie stick and got us all in. So we need a picture that shows Joyce was there too, because Joyce took the picture where the rest of us were together that I posted, but Joyce, unfortunately, is not in any of the York pictures. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Randall, that's never fun. Richard, that's how I feel. You know, I sometimes feel like I'm bad doing it, but I have internet friends and then real life friends. Now, some of my internet friends I have not met, but I've been talking to them for so long, I consider it real friendship. We talk, we text, we exchange emails, even if we've never met. But it was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, mind-blowing. I'm not a religious person, but the word blessed wants to come out, that I got to experience what I experienced. So many people, it's like, even when we had trouble getting home, and we had a lot of trouble getting home, flights canceled, flights missed, blah, 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 a lot of chaos. We were stuck at Heathrow Airport for a day. They didn't even give us a hotel bit. We had to go rent our own hotel, and we only got like 4 hours of sleep that night. And then had to be back at the airport 5 in the morning. It was nuts. But while we're in line, and there's this one line we're waiting at for 3 hours after our one flight got canceled and all this other crap is going on. We had to wait in this one line for 3 hours on hard concrete. My knees are swelling. I'm tired. I've been on my feet all day already. We're going through all this crap. But then you start talking to other people who, they're trying to get home to family in Korea. They're trying to get home to something here, and they've had multiple flights canceled. They've been stuck in the airport for 16, 17, 18 hours. There's people at the gates that have just thrown their bags down and are sleeping. You know, even when Joyce and I had problems, they don't match the problems other people have. And then Joyce and I get to travel. We have the luxury that we can afford to travel. We do travel cheap, so we can afford. But we have that luxury. So to complain at times always seems a little... Yeah. Yeah, that was... That, Tim... Yeah, that was the first one where it really got surreal, because I'm so excited to meet you, and you clearly are excited to be meeting me and Joyce. And I hope this is somewhat accurate, because that's kind of how we said it. But there were times where Tim would mention the Matt Clark stuff, I think just to get me to do some of the voices. He just wanted to see me actually doing the voices, and we did talk about doing the voices. Joyce is in yours. Yes, good. Hey, welcome, Chasco. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. But, you know, I'm such an egalitarian that if I talk about Tim, I got to talk about Philip, and I got to talk about everybody at York, and I got to talk about Jim, and I got to talk about Lee and that. It just... And I do have video, and I will be posting on YouTube videos of the meetups, as long as it's train related. I won't put specific vacation stuff, but I will have video of like the national. I'm going to put together a video of our trip to the National Railway Museum and meeting all the YouTubers there. All the YouTubers. There were 7 of us if I count myself. 8 if you count Joyce, and she has her own channel now. Yeah, for a split second I misread that, Robert. It says Joyce is in mine. I skipped the in. I was like, Joyce is mine. I'm like, wait, who's claiming Joyce? Joyce is mine. Oh, Leslie, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you told me it was a 2.5 hour ride, but it took you an extra hour. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that was the thing. Joyce was so into the moment as well. She was missing all her cues. She was catching them other places, but at York, she was just so... These are all Anthony's channels. These are, you know, she watches these too. You know, because I've got, if I'm watching Richard, he's up on the big screen. If I'm watching Alan, he's up on the big screen TV. If I'm watching March West Junction, up on the big screen. And she loves these channels as well. In fact, Joyce will be posting a couple of videos on her channel regarding her views of the meet and greets and the trips. And I told her not to do a top 5 people she met. I told her not to do that. Not that she could pick, because Joyce hates to pick favorites. All right, well, happy birthday to your son, Rick. Thanks for stopping in for a bit. And so, yeah, I just, it was just, I mean, as I said, I'm an emotional person. I'm easily moved to tears of joy or sadness, at least if I let myself be. And it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant to just meet all the people and see what we see. But seriously, it was all the people we met, and I haven't even talked about my being knighted and official Scouser, or the fact that I did go to England and I went to the UK, and I was in Scotland, and I sat in the King's Hall at Stirling Castle, and sat in the King's chair, and I reinstated all properties owed to my ancestors that were never given to us back in the 1290s. So I've got that going for me. I've reclaimed all Dodge territories and reinstated my title. And then getting knighted an official Scouser in Liverpool. That was a surreal moment that will be something I will smile about for the rest of my life. Let me tune this down just for a second. There's one other thing I bought in the UK that's train related I want to share with you. I have to change screen here, so bear with me. Is it this one? Yeah. While I was at the model train shop in Edinburgh, Harbins, somebody correct me, a couple of you will correct you. I bought this little metal sign. So now when you come downstairs, because my layout is down here, my layout is down these stairs. This is coming from my kitchen down the stairs into my basement. And I will give you a look up at it. I bought this sign, a little sign that now reads Model Railway Ahead. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. Model Railway Ahead. So when you're going to my basement, there's now a little sign that acknowledges my model railway is there. Oh, you're aching a bit at the moment? I'm sorry, Chris. Randall's been sick. You've had surgery. Artie from down in Australia has had surgery. So anyhow, here are some random pictures. This is me with Philip Page. And again, this was... When we did this, it was going to be like maybe a 5-minute meeting. It turned into about 25 minutes thanks to a train delay. But this is me with Philip Page. Philip, I hope you didn't mind me showing you. But I've got pictures here of me with everybody I just wanted to share. This is with Philip Page. It was just brilliant to meet you. I wish we had so much more time to talk countertop railways and all that. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong thing. What is going on here? Whoops. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Bear with me. What are you doing? All right. This is me with Lee. Sorry about that, guys. A little confusion there. This is me with Lee from Anfield Road. Lee doesn't look comfortable because we made him stand in front of a big Liverpool sign, and Lee is not a Liverpool fan. Poor Lee was taking a lot of abuse. He is an Everton fan, but we won't hold that against him. So that's me and Lee. That's me and a truck driver that showed up, this FedEx delivery guy. But that's me in front of the Gladstone. You'll notice I look shocked, like, why the hell are you taking a picture of me? Alan, the truck driver, some random person who photobombed us, me, Richard from Trains in the Attic, Leslie Gilpin. Basically the same four guys again. I'm filming. Alan's got another story for me. Leslie is talking to Richard. It is just magical stuff going on here. Bit of a blurry picture. For some reason, the four of us were constantly in a commune because Robert and Andrew, I don't know where Carl was at this time. But there's Andrew McDonald from March West Junction. A big three of favorite channels of mine. And we got Andrew in again with Leslie Gilpin. There's Leslie Gilpin. Carl! Turn around, Carl. Face the camera, Carl. Face the camera, Carl. Come on. There he is. There's Carl facing the camera. So here's Carl from Bangotcher Junction. I don't know what we did that made him laugh, but Joyce snapped the picture at the right time. What a collection of great people. It was just awesome. Richard and his mom, Angela. And there's Robert. So it was brilliant. The party really got going once Robert showed up. And again, all these great YouTubers and this putz from America. And then there's all of us together except for Joyce. Notice Joyce is absent from all these pictures because Joyce was taking all these pictures. But what a crew. So again, if you don't know these people, this is Richard from Trains in the Attic. Andrew McDonald from March West Junction. 2 awesome channels. Some weirdo. This random FedEx truck driver who showed up from Wales. Leslie Gilpin from Leslie Gilpin Railways. Bangotcher Junction, Carl Braun, and Robert from Robert's Train Set. Oh, wait, that's right. This guy's name is Alan. I remember that now. His name's Alan. He's Welsh. And, oh, Dragon Junction. That's the name of the channel, Dragon Junction. And that's it. So that's it for the pictures. That's it for the pictures. Wait, no, there should be one more picture in here somewhere. By gum, by golly. There should be one more picture. Where is it? I'm going to have to go back through. There should have been one more. Oh, there it is. Right. And finally, Danny from South Line, Southern Line. And his son. So that was... And that was, if you did not catch the running joke, which didn't start as a running joke but became one, is what's missing there are my pictures of Jim. Why are my pictures of Jim from Hover Motion not in there? Did I forget to? Oh, wait. There's still more pictures. Sorry, these are out of order for some reason. I don't know why, but they're out of order, so bear with me. So here's me with Danny, of course. And then here's me with Carl. Good looking guy next to some ugly American. Me with Leslie. Me with Robert. Me with Richard and his mom. And we really had to tilt that camera to make sure Mom was in the video. It was in the picture. A cloudy picture. There's me with Chris. I know I was missing people. See, I feel so bad that these are just not in the right order. So there is me with Chris. And again, if you look at this picture and then Google a modern picture of Cat Stevens, it's the same guy. I don't think I met Chris. I think I met Cat Stevens. Because like I said, this picture, if you go Google a picture of Cat Stevens right now, and I should have done it and I didn't, but there's Chris. And there's Jim from Hover Motion. There's Jim from Hover Motion. And there's more of me and Lee. There's me with Alan and Joyce trying to get in the picture. Joyce is trying desperately to get in that picture. And there's me with Tim. There's me, Joyce, and Tim. There's me, Joyce, and Tim. You can figure out which one is which. And there. Now that's all the pictures. My apologies to all my people. I put them in here and I thought I had them in order, but I did not have them in order. I feel so bad about that. Sorry, I had them out of order. So, okay, now we can go back to trains. But, yeah, the first few people I met, they all looked at me and went, I didn't know that was you. You don't look that tall on YouTube. I keep telling people I'm 6'3", almost 6'4". I keep telling people that. I'm not as tall as Rick the Tree Bailey, but, because he would be that much taller than me. But, yeah, I know I'm tall compared to most people. I never think of myself as really tall until I stand next to Lee or Jim. Then I'm like, okay, some people are shorter than me. But it was, that did become a running joke, is every time we met somebody, it was like, you're taller than I thought. You're taller than you look on TV. So, but Joyce and I feel that there was enough left on the table. We need to go back to the UK sometime. Next year will be Germany. Next year we're going back to Germany, so it won't be next year. But maybe the year after we'll come back to the UK. Hey, Gus, nice to have you here. But Joyce and I will go back, and there are places in Scotland we want to hit. We want to go down to southeastern and southwestern England, you know, get into that Plymouth area and all the way down that long peninsula area down there. But, yeah, it was funny because everybody did that. Because in many cases, like, I did not know what Tim... I knew a little bit of what Tim looked like because he's got pictures on Facebook. So I kind of knew what he looked like. Carl, I had no idea what he looked like. Andrew, I had no idea what Andrew looked like because I think he's only been on video briefly once on his channel, and I couldn't find the video to look up and go, okay, I'll know what to look for. Leslie, I would have known. And even Alan, I would think I know, but when he showed up at York, because I didn't think he was coming to York, I'm like, is that Alan over there? That guy that looks like a truck driver. The rail strikes might have ended by then. Maybe. But yeah, it was brilliant. Now we are babysitting Kai, my grandson. I don't know if he's up from his nap yet. I don't even know if Joyce is with us right now. But it was just... It was just amazing. Even though it was only 9 or 10 YouTubers we met, it was... Each one was brilliant. We walked away from each meeting wishing we had more time. In fact, we had agreed to leave Jim's house about 5 o'clock. I think we left his house 6:37 because we just kept going. And finally, we said we probably should go. But wow, Jim's wife, she and Joyce were in the weirdest of situations because while Jim and I had done a lot of talking, we knew very little about Donna. And, you know, they know Joyce because Joyce is on the video bits. But she and Joyce, it just seemed like, I mean, first of all, Donna was just an excellent host, and Joyce will get along with anybody. If I can sound patronizing or patronizing, maybe both, I think anybody that meets Joyce realizes she's a special human. Yeah, I plan on doing that. I plan on doing that, Robert. And I've gone back to read comments because, you know, because Lee put up a couple of videos, and I've teased Lee a couple of times already that Lee put up a couple of videos of meeting us, but he cut out all the best stuff. I did some bits for him before he did his first interview, and he cut those off. And then the second time, when he tried to interview me before I left hanging out with him and Jackie, it was hilarious trying to get the interview in. We kept moving spots, we kept changing locations, and we just kept having drunks walking through us. Spare change. You want some change, mate? But if there's anything that could be positive on my account, it's I hope that people would agree that what you see here is what you met live. I love talking to people. I love listening to people. Even at York, as much as I did some talking, I listened a lot too. So many guys just had stories, and I'm just like, you know, Carl's got some things that he's pointing out and explaining, and I'm like, yeah, feed me, feed the brain. Alan's got great stories. Robert's got great stories. Robert and Alan just need to be taken to a pub, and everybody else just needs to sit and listen to them. And if you could throw in Barry Davis on the side, that would be an amazing little round table to listen to those three tell their stories. We did. You know, some of you don't really know my channel, or, you know, because I do the European trains, and then we went to the UK. So a lot of the American people who watch this channel maybe don't know many of the UK guys we met. But every day was a pleasure. But as much as I wanted to see Carnarvon Castle, and I got to see Carnarvon Castle, and it blew us away, meeting the people we met was the highlight of the trip. The YouTubers we met, the chemist people, and the customers at the chemist, the pharmacist in Liverpool, just blown us away. Couple of waiters we met at different places, as well as just random people on the street waiting in line, places on the bus, whatever. That's what really made the trip so special, was just all the amazing people we met. Even in London, we met some great people, because going in, London has a stereotype that's a very cold city, that London's not friendly. We found the friendly people in London. Yeah, I could see Robert and Alan being the two Ronnies. I could see that. Or if nothing else, Morecambe and Wise. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You guys have the big train shows coming up, like Getz, the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes, where you're all going to see each other. And I am bloodthirsty jealous. I am absolutely lividly jealous because, well, come on, legs, work. There we go. It was just, there's quite a few UK channels where there are people I still would like to meet. But I feel like I hit a lot of my favorites. There's a few of my favorites I didn't meet. And again, I had so much more I wanted to talk to Richard and Andrew about. And it just, we didn't have the time. People had to leave. We had so many people there. We're all, because, you know, it's not just that we're there to talk to each other. It is the National Railway Museum. I'm there to see stuff. I'm there. I want to see the Mallard and explain this to me and explain that to me. Teach me the different types of tanker cars or locomotives, tanker locomotives. What's the difference? What makes this this? What makes this that? Because I don't freaking know. I don't have a clue. You guys talk about it on your channels and I go, okay, I think I know what that is. And trust me, there are people that do not like, there are YouTubers that do not like Joyce and me. For the exact reason other people like us. But at the risk of sounding insecure, I felt like when Joyce and I left, that the people we met were happy to meet us. People have told us that. We've seen the comments. It was just great. Well, hello, Stefan Skull! But there just wasn't enough time for everything and everyone. There's so much I wanted to talk to Leslie about, so much I wanted to talk, even Robert, because Robert came in a little later, but 5-hour train ride, and I say these people came to York to see me, and they didn't. We met at the the Model Train Museum, the National Railway Museum, and I was there to see it. I was there to meet people. That was the primary reason. Would I have gone to it if I weren't going to meet people there? I probably would have, but I wouldn't have spent nearly the time I spent there. By going with people that are really into trains and having seen all your channels and seen these, to go see the Mallard, to see the real Mallard, after I fell in love with the Mallard a couple of years ago. It was the first UK train I fell in love with was the GWR 800. And then the second train I fell in love with locomotive was the Mallard. So I guess the Mallard was the first locomotive. It's just a cool looking locomotive. The A4s are my favorite. Chris can cheer about that because he loves the A4s. I just think the A4s are gorgeous. I see Digger is here. Hello, Digger. Yes, we did. And it's really weird because now that I'm home, I'm trying to catch up and see some of the videos you posted. So it's really surreal to watch a video Leslie put up and go, I met him, I know him. To, I did a couple of live streams while I was in the UK after we met people. But I wonder if you guys tell me, Andrew, if you're still here, Alan, if you're still here, Robert, if you guys are still here, you guys tell me, is it weird? Is it weirder now that I'm back in my layout and seeing me on the live stream than maybe it was seeing me from the UK where I was in hotel rooms or, apartment rooms where Joyce and I were staying? There's Greg, how are you? Oh, you are in the hospital now. Okay. I am trying to catch up with emails and everything because really I was just... Joyce and I got up in the morning, we did all our stuff, we came back, I posted pictures to family and friends on Facebook and, talked to family. But we did not watch YouTube. I did not get to all the emails people were sending me. I did. I would have loved to. I really wish we could have met, Christopher. You and I could have a good sit down and just kind of look at each other in the eye, nod, and give a hug. But yeah, everybody, we've had a lot of people with surgeries. Greg is undergoing. It's more natural. Okay, it's more natural that I'm back on screen. Because I just wondered if me being home and now seeing me going, hey, I met that guy. But now it's sort of like the dream is over. We're back to reality. Because every time I've watched a video, like I just watched 2 by Danny. And it was so weird because it's the first 2 videos I've watched by Danny since we met in London. Because he posted one where he met us real quick. And I just caught it and kind of watched it on my phone while Joyce and I were traveling somewhere. But sitting at home watching that. Wow. We have visitors. Ah. Well, we've got a couple of special guests. I don't know how special I am. Speaking of special, here's Joyce.
Yeah, then continue on.
I don't know where you are. There you are.
Alright.
Beep, beep, beep. What did I just do? Oh, would you stop acting up, you crazy thing? And
Okay, in a minute you'll see yourself on the screen. Whoops.
holy cow! Hang on. This stupid thing.
Are you laughing?
It'll take a few minutes for it to show up.
Yeah.
I'll just move it over here.
Okay.
Look, Kai, you're on TV.
Yeah, there you are. There's Ryan. Oh, you got it talking. Oh, Sue, for sure.
Okay.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Tim. Hi, Ellen. And the Superback. Hi, Chris. And you flatter. Hi, Philip. Hi, Tom. Hi, Richard. It sure was, Richard. Hi, Carl. Hey, is your Carl now? Yeah, he sure is. He's a year and a half old now. Yeah, I'll put that on you for a second. And you can go to him. I think I need to put his bib up higher, but I took it off of him. He just woke up from a nap. Oh, for sure.
You want to come with Opa? You want to come to Opa? Ah.
You got him? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he sure is. He's just so sweet. Thank you, Joseph. Oh, you guys flatter so much. That's all right.
There you go. Look at that, Alan.
Oh,
High in his styling.
I went wrong side. That's cool. Hi, Stefan.
There you go. You're still in the middle. There you are. Can you say choo-woos? You got your trains running? Yes, he is. 18 months now.
Yeah, she sure is growing, and you know, he gained a few words while we were gone, so it's nice to see it. Yeah, when he's got the dragon on. But
It looks like the camera's acting up.
he's just such a doll.
This still says excellent connection, but it's saying we're dropping some frames.
Okay.
All right, Kiwi Dave, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
So there's Robert says, great to meet
Oh,
you.
hi,
too.
Robert. Nice to see you, and it was great to meet you, too.
Don't ask that question, Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan, it was a little crazy. We handled it all right.
It was crazy, but we handled it in the end.
No, I'm not missing the fish and chips.
I kind of am.
You know, the fish was good. I don't know if it just was too much.
Too much deep fried.
I guess. We just hit a point where we were hitting deep fried too much, and yeah. Yeah, the ale pie was good. We did that.
Yeah, the steak and ale pie was really good. I had that a couple of times. We had real scones or scones. You guys fight it out. You UK people fight it out. Scones or scones. Whatever they are, delicious.
Yeah, they're good.
Delicious. Stefan, our trip home involved canceled flights, missed flights, and hours standing in line at an airport trying to get it all sorted out.
Oh, hours. Yeah. Yeah, so we were off. Yeah, we were supposed to come home Monday, and we didn't get home until Tuesday. Like
we were
say,
supposed to be home early Monday afternoon. We got home Tuesday.
Very
afternoon,
mutual
a day later.
decision to go to the expensive hotel that was right easy back and forth on the automated train. Way worth it. I mean, I think we had 7 hours.
What about this one, Kai? What about this one?
Before we had to leave. So, I mean, we sure didn't get I'd say we didn't get our money's worth out of that hotel, but we did. Considering the alternative was so super uncomfortable people sleeping on the floor.
Yellow submarine?
We got 2 showers and shampoo or teeth brush, So we definitely it was a good decision, and yeah, we feel back. So I go back to work August 16th or 17th. I'd have to look to see the exact date.
You like those horns, don't you?
You know, I've gotten so used to waking up,
doesn't do anything.
on my own now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with Anthony still in bed and trying to be quiet. And
I'll just be getting up.
I
I'll have things to do.
guess.
A way out to go.
So, but hey, that's the only real anxiety I think I have is just, waking up in
Edward.
the morning. I don't wake up quickly. Wow. Yeah. A lot going on with the family today.
Yeah. You got it? Okay.
But, who's
what?
Yeah. Anthony put on a train video for Cayenne earlier today. And boy, just the grin on his face as he was.
That was Tony Northeastern.
Yeah, as he was watching the trains go, he just sat there with such a smile.
We were
on
watching
his face.
Tony Northeastern's first, the Jarrow Road, the Jarrow Station, Jarrow Road section, Jarrow. And yeah, he was mesmerized. It's been the first train video he's seen, real train video he's watched in a while. Hey, Jim is here. Yes, we are back.
Hey, you want Anthony to come work on your layout with you? Did I read that right? And yeah, we're back. Oh, happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends. And hi, Hover Motion. It's been a while. Hey, you should give me a hot chocolate. I have hot chocolate when I travel and around Christmas, and that is all I ever drink hot chocolate. That's kind of funny. And really, I only drink hot chocolate when we're traveling is because it's, it's the alternative to coffee.
Kyan says, make sure you tune in to Dragon Junction.
Right.
And make sure you watch Trains in the Attic with Richard.
There you go.
And you can watch Lee at Anfield in the Loft. Right, Kyan? And we have, don't forget South Line, Southern Line. Right, Kyan? Tell them.
We're gonna have to find a place to start putting stickers up.
Yep.
We definitely have. I don't know, maybe that one would be a good one.
And all the other people's channels that we visited too. We just didn't get stickers.
Yeah. And obviously we need to make some.
I got to get more up to date on that. Oh, Jim, we were just talking, maybe you were hearing it, but we were talking about your family and how awesome it was. Great kids. Although I hope the one sorted out, was it Spanish?
What's that?
Her Spanish. Sorted out her Spanish problem.
Her Spanish problem, right.
Sorted out the Spanish problem. All right, Ray, take care of yourself. Happy Canada Day to the Canadians.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July to any. We're staying here, so we'll say all that later.
Mm-hmm. You leaving, Ray?
Yes, the Railjet is on the tracks and rolling.
Yeah.
I didn't even go through what trains I had, and I'm running 2 trains, Steuerwagen first, and Jean's not here to.
Oh, and Jean's not
Yeah, where's
here?
Jean? Our first
What the heck?
Our first live stream back, and Jean's not around. He's probably still mad I told him to shut up last week.
Uh-oh.
When I got the mallard.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. What do you think, Kyan?
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. This Daisy will tell you to hit the like button, gentlemen. And so you should. What y'all?
Well, we didn't want to give away.
Yeah, we were going to
just
go
being
that
silly.
far. Yeah, you were able to sort it out. That's good.
I've got the hole in me pocket.
And it amazes me. He doesn't sit real well, but he sure does. He's
No, you
happy
can't
to
have that.
sit here with Opa on his
You can't have
trains.
that.
Oh, no problem, Randall.
No, we're just saying in case some people thought we were leaving.
Yeah, we're not.
But yeah, I mean, again, it just
His parents will be home in about a half an hour.
hanging out with
maybe?
Jim was a twisted
He
dream
needs his
come
haircut.
true. Hanging out with Jim was really,
How long is his hair?
yeah, this boy needs a haircut. Daughter
Hope
doesn't
you're
want to
hearing
do
that,
it.
Lindy.
Yeah, we got the mallard. Here, you want to take Kyan back for a bit?
Uh-huh.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
if he wants to be back for a little
If
bit.
he wants to be back.
Somehow, he seems to
Beep,
think
beep.
Opa is the,
Let me see which one.
Okay.
Nope, not that one.
All right, your
That one.
mommy's
There you
going
go.
to get
Look,
your
your big
daddy,
one.
and then they'll get here. She's getting off a little early.
There we go. There's the mallard. We got the mallard
There's
right
the
there.
mallard.
There's the mallard.
See that choo-choo?
We got the mallard. What do you think of the mallard, Kyan?
What do you think of that train, Kyan?
Do you like this choo-choo,
You
Kyan?
like it? Yeah,
He's watching the ICE go by. The boy
it
knows
sure
this.
is.
Choo-choo,
All
choo-choo,
German
choo-choo, choo-choo.
trains.
What do you think of the mallard, Kyan? But yes, we did get the mallard. Memorial Day in Newfoundland. So, yeah, it was just,
Why do you smile when you put the mallard out?
oh yeah.
Okay, I can see him. Until I get this later replay.
He's, yeah, he's quite,
Happy Valley. Ooh.
so it's weird. I mean, I've got to get some track down to
Okay.
run it, get some 00 track, or not 00 track, because it's the same as
Joseph,
HO track.
he is absolutely mesmerized with these trains.
Yeah, he's been brainwashed from an early age.
Clearly so.
He made his first camera appearance on Sidetrack Sunday a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
At the age of like
Yeah.
4 weeks or whatever.
Right, he was a baby.
Well, I'm all in favor of getting an Azuma. I can feel those eyes burning holes in the back of my skull.
Tell Opa no, he just has to have trains he can run.
Yeah, Jean Ricard is not here to join
He's
you.
not.
You're all alone.
That is so crazy.
You would like an Azuma too, wouldn't you?
No, say no. We don't want an Azuma.
Say yes, Azuma, yeah. Say Azuma, right?
Trains he can run on his track.
We want
is
that
all we
LNER
want.
Azuma because we rode on one too. We rode on one. I know. That's what I'm trying to tell her. We rode on an Azuma. No, I don't have that, Robert. I didn't. They stopped making the cam locos before I bought my first Roco Railjet. They've stopped making them. I don't know why. It seemed popular technology, but I've already said I'm going to set up a small DC layout around my area down here. Because that is, Joyce already knows, there are some major changes coming to this channel. I'm going to be rebuilding part of the layout. I just ordered a crap load of track and new turnouts to replace some sketchy turnouts over here. And I'm going to reorganize the way the trains roll over on this side. Here, I'll show you which one. Yeah. This side right here. This side right here is getting redone and the tracks relined up. I don't know how drastic a change it'll be, but I'm replacing some turnouts over there. There's 4 of them. And they're these long, narrow, and they're just problematic. I've got 3 locos and a couple of Steuerwagens that do not like them. So I'm going to change that all out, but it's going to alter the track algorithm. So I'm going to have to realign all that track going around. But also, I'm getting a supercomputer. I've already talked to the guy about building it and what I need in it so that it can handle all these cameras, including the cameras I haven't been running because it keeps overloading my system. But we are getting a better computer that will handle everything.
We'll say something that I thought was weird was now that we're home and watching your videos again, especially the train spotting ones, we're like, oh, now we recognize those trains now. It's not just that we've been seeing them, but we actually recognize them, if that makes sense.
Well, Hot Dog Pilot 63,
It's uncomfortable.
all the UK trains are uncomfortable. All right, we said it. We said it. We're not backing down. The only comfortable seats we had were on a ScotRail train.
No, they were first class.
And that was first class. Those were nice seats.
Oh, yeah, they were a little hard, but
The various 156s and 170s and the Azumas and the GWR Class 800, because the LNER is a Class 800 as well. The Azuma is a Class 800. The UK needs to step up its seating game.
seeing it? You like the white one? See it coming around. Here's this one.
Here it goes.
There it is. You see it?
Woo! Choo-woo!
Oh, he's not looking.
Yeah. Definitely some hard seats on the UK trains. But it's a gorgeous train. The Azuma is a gorgeous train. At least on the outside. But it's weird because we've ridden so many trains. We rode, we had a Class 41 locomotive pulling, not 41, 43. One of our ScotRail trains was a Class 43 in the ScotRail livery. Well, there you go, because that's what we rode, Leslie. That's what we rode. We rode first class on an old ScotRail HST that was pulled by a Class 43, the HST. But yes, we said it. We won't back down. That's the one thing the UK could step up its game on, is slightly more comfortable seating. Little cushier, little more agreeable.
You know, we have the reference from the German trains, and those are pretty comfortable.
And it was just...
Yeah, Sam definitely rides on carpet.
You coming back to Opa?
Whee!
Opa! What do you want to see? Up. Okay. Yep, he just wants to see. Up. And there you are on the computer again, but you're looking at the trains. Oh, look at that guy go. Do you see that one going?
We heard they were ergonomically designed so that they would
LNER people
fit your shape correctly, and then they'll get comfortable.
Because we went in to upgrade our seats and go to first class on our Azuma. We said, well,
we
since
were
our train's
worried
guaranteed,
about it being overcrowded.
so we were going to upgrade, and the lady says, it's not worth it. She says, I know our seats are hard, but they're not much better in first class. But even though our seats are hard, they are ergonomically better for you.
So I guess that's what we needed.
The jet lag was bad because we had a real adventure getting home, Jim.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't help, but it also was confusing because we were really back on Eastern Standard Time on Monday, you know, but then didn't get home till Tuesday.
Now,
I think it's Friday, you know, it's just kind of been, ugh. But, you know, we were just running. So we are tired not only from the jet lag, but we're also tired because we've been running.
But
So we need to relax a little
Joyce
bit.
and I have a trick that, for me, eliminates jet lag when I'm going to Europe and when I'm coming back. Is that no matter what time you arrive, stay awake and go to bed at a normal time, where you can get 8 hours of sleep, even if you haven't slept in the next day, because you can't make up sleep. Even though we think we can, you really can't.
No, you can't.
But so we got home at 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and we were tired because we hadn't slept for 2 days because of all this flight cancels and rearrangements.
We
And
slept a couple hours in that hotel.
well, we did sleep a couple hours in the hotel. That's right.
Well,
But
you are probably right on that, Leslie.
But we find if we just stay awake, and Kai and his mom came to visit us, and we talked about the trip with our daughters and blah, blah, blah. And so we finally went to bed about 9 o'clock and crashed. But we got up Wednesday morning and, okay, water the flowers, do whatever little chores around the house.
And
Weed, laundry.
Yeah, laundry.
Go shopping.
That's because the basics didn't include bread. I'm not complaining.
And so we got back to normal. The worst thing is we came back to Toledo just as another heat wave is hitting. It is 90 to 95 degrees the last 3 days.
No way we weren't going to hit it. It's been so hot.
It's been, what is that, 34, 35 Celsius? 33 to 35 Celsius the last 3 days since we've been home. Ugh. We took him to the park for half an hour today.
Yep.
And then Opa said, I've had enough of this heat.
Yeah, you know what? I think he did too.
What
I
you
don't know
thinking?
if it was the heat so
Oh,
much,
you like
but-
Alan's button. Yep. You like Alan's button?
You got one on you.
See, you got one too, right
The
here.
hair standing up. And they were more comfortable. Oh. Yeah, that and also sunlight is good.
Yep.
Yeah, when you got that big swing, if you get out in the sun and you kind of can orientate yourself with the actual flow of the day where you are, that helps too. I have learned there are things I should not be doing.
Tell me about it,
when we've
Randall.
overcome that.
Tell me about it, Randall. My youngest is going to turn 26 in a couple of days.
Yeah, oh yeah, we sure know it.
27, excuse me.
Yeah, 27 and 30 for our July birthdays. And then 20. Wait,
30, 27, and then 34. Then it'll be 34 in October.
yeah, but Val, I think she's 23.
Oh,
She's 4 years younger.
right. Yeah, our daughter did a nice job taking care of the yard.
They were alive. That was the most important part. That they were alive.
Oh, what do you want? What do you want?
She said, I know I should have weeded, Mom, but I just wasn't thinking about it at the right time. Yeah, so I've slowly been going at it. And that's
Well,
why
you're
we
reaching
told
for
her
what?
when we
Huh?
left.
What?
I said, your goal is just to keep everything alive.
You want this? Yep, push it. Go ahead, push it.
Look what you did. Right.
Try that one. No, don't hit that
Yeah.
one. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you jump.
Hey, Robert, thanks for coming in.
All right,
See you
Robert, take
later.
care. Have a good evening. All right, Leslie,
Yeah,
you too.
all right,
Take care.
Leslie. Night. Hey, Chris is on.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Love you, Chris.
What did he just text and say she was on her way to get you? So we'll see you in a little bit.
So, hey, Chris, Daddy's on. Well, he's not on screen.
Maybe he's on the chat.
Kai and Daddy's on.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
hi, Daddy.
He's still looking to see what horn he's blowing.
Daddy. Hi, Daddy. By the way, if you missed our opening commercial, go back and watch it. It was
Oh,
funny.
I was going to ask you what you guys thought of it, of the opening. You know, that
Actually,
was,
you know what?
that was conceived in the last.
Here, I'll play it. I'll play this. Actually, Randall would recognize this.
This was conceived in the last live feed we did in
Tonight's
New York.
episode of the
I'll
Outsider
play it real
Insider
quick.
Live is brought to you
Yeah,
by
we're starting to get some.
The Kahat Airlines. Khan understands luxury international airline service.
Yeah, Daddy, stop.
When the trip is
We'll
more
stop them for a
important
bit.
than your destination, fly the Kahat Airlines.
The Kahat Airlines prides itself on having the highest trained pilots in the northern Himalayas. Oh, who cares where you want to go, man? Like it's the trip that matters. And I will get you somewhere, somehow, eventually. We will take out the Missouri this time! This time the Missouri goes down! All seats on board are luxury seating with the loveliest of flight attendants to serve the finest Kanunistani cuisine, all made with the legendary Kahat special recipe.
Try the brownies, man. They are righteous out of Syrtis, darlings.
Yes, for a trip you may never want to come down from, fly the Kahat Airlines.
Kahat Airlines. Get high on the plane while you are high on the plane.
Kahat Airlines is a subsidiary of Kanunistani Travel Agency, owned and operated by the Royal Khanate Governor of Kanunistan. Kahat Airlines' times of departure and destinations may change at any time, even mid-flight. All travel is at the whim of the flight crew or any cool ideas suggested by hip passengers. Reservations and bookings are not guaranteed. Passengers with gullible personalities and large bank accounts are welcome. Squares and uncool types are asked to seek travel via other means. All information is on our website as soon as we get around to finishing it. Kahat Airlines is not responsible for lost luggage, passengers, or planes. Fly Kahat Airlines.
Okay, there they go again, Kai. Now, some of you that are here for the first time, there's a double joke behind that, and it deals with the villain from Matt Clark Series 2, the Kahat Stevens. And then Randall was joking about something, and I started doing a joke on one of my quick live streams
your one from York.
Yeah, the live stream from York. We started making jokes about it, so we turned it into a commercial. So there you go, Randall. Another joke inspired by you.
Yeah.
You want a Lee sticker? There you go.
Ruh-roh, don't put those on your clothes. We learned that the hard way. God, I like this shirt. It's stuck with the tape on it.
Good night, Christopher.
Yeah, night, Christopher. For the Punjabi
I like the
Airways
Kam
advert for
Ikazi.
Philly's Fog.
Get high on the plane while you're high on a plane. I put that together yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I started writing it the day before and put it together yesterday. It was a quickie, but what the hell. Sometimes quickies are the best. Right, dear? I'm talking the jokes. What are you thinking?
Right.
Filthy-minded woman.
That was your flight home. No wonder you were late.
Indeed, that was our flight. That little adjoiner at the end, disclaimer.
Right.
Destinations might change mid-flight.
As we're sitting there waiting for the plane, we get an announcement. Well, the flight crew has hit security. That took them an hour. He was posing. It was on autopilot.
When you're looking for a real trip, fly Kahat Airlines.
Yep.
All right, take care, Alan. Thank you for just being you. Well, if I were anybody else, I wouldn't be me.
That's super true. Good night,
Thank you
Alan.
for all you did, Alan.
Again, you were so wonderful.
I shouldn't say too much because now everybody's going to beat a path and expect to be treated the way you treated us.
Yeah.
So maybe we should say Alan was a terrible person and don't want to ask him for anything.
Host, right? No, we couldn't say that with a straight face.
We can't say it with a straight face. Well, we could, but it wouldn't be sincere.
No.
We'll just do it differently. You don't want to go to Alan's. He'll drive you all over Wales and take you to all these places and
feed you cheese sandwiches.
His wife Babs will feed you cheese sandwiches and
no, you're so sweet. Hey, can we get 30 likes? That would be nice.
Yeah, what's up, people? Come on.
Hit the like button.
The channel's dying, I tell you. But maybe when I start doing shows, we'll get back.
Ray Still Plays should be one of the pilots.
We know that.
Yep.
His Grand Theft Auto bits, yeah.
Oh, they are so funny. Lost a kidney back there. Thank you. You got your 30 likes.
Which
we can
one?
go over
There we
it.
go. We got 30 likes. Yay!
Woo! Yeah, Alan's an influencer if you didn't know.
Yeah, Alan's an influencer. Yeah, you can also go to Ray Bobel's channel where he briefly talks about his coke habit.
That's true.
I was talking about the drink, Opa! He does 30 ounces a day of coke.
That's not right.
Ta-da! You are a YouTube star. We need to make you more of a star, but then YouTube would block all the videos with you in it because you're underage.
Because you're underage. He's way underage.
It's all a bunch of horse poop.
We're American legends. Wow. I think America's in trouble if we're representing them. The whole country.
No, we give America a good name overseas.
Yeah, I think we do too.
Um,
You've all seen
no,
Rude
I'm still waiting
Americans,
for the
I'll
day
bet.
where somebody walks up to me and says, "Hey, you're that guy on YouTube." I mean, other than the people who already knew I was on YouTube.
Right, yeah,
I'm waiting
that's
for
true.
that random stranger.
We
You know,
haven't-
Dragon or somebody. You know, Alan walks in. It's like Joyce. Joyce had not really seen Jim's from Hover Motion's face, but the minute Jim spoke, she goes, "Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's Jim.
That's
yeah.
Jim."
That's like, oh, I don't know his face, but I know that voice.
What? You want a different one? You want the other one? No, you got one? Okay, you're good with that one? Oh, nope, you can have two. Yep.
Wayne Danny's something.
But Danny was the one that was like, "I can't believe I'm meeting you. It's really you."
Okay, March West is leaving.
Yes, I did. Who's leaving? Who's leaving?
March West.
Oh, all right, Andrew, take care. Good night. It
Good
was
night,
awesome
Andrew.
to meet you, March
Sure
West Junction.
was. Oh, did you watch Paul McCartney at the
Yes, I
Glass?
did.
You
He did a great show, and he even stopped it for a bit for a health fans'
okay.
health issue. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's American history.
Who wants
Oh,
to see?
thank
Do
you.
you want that
I'll
one?
take that one. I think Danny was really cute.
Danny was great.
A lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, I went through and showed the pictures,
Uh-huh.
all of us together. So
Yep. Okay.
But now I understand why guys in the UK build their layouts in the loft. It's to keep tall Americans out. Although I did move around Jim's layout pretty well. I squeezed myself into places. But it was really weird because both Jim and Alan told me sit down in their chairs. And I was like, you know, don't you get your heads cut off? Like, if you sit on the Queen's throne, you get arrested. You go into the Royal Palace and hop over and sit on the Queen's throne, you get arrested. And I'm like, that's Alan's chair. I can't sit down. Alan's like, sit down. Jim's like, sit down. I was like, I don't belong here. It was just, it was all surreal, but it was all super cool surreal.
Sure was.
And
it was very, very cool.
It was very cool.
Very different trip for us.
Which one you looking for now?
What are you drinking?
Coke.
Okay then.
Yeah, Coke.
Yeah, bye.
What up, Kai?
Oh, don't talk about that, Newland.
No, I had a daughter that was supposed to be born June 28th, and she was born July 6th. We were hoping
Right.
she'd be born on like the 4th.
Yeah, I was like, if she's born on the 3rd or the 4th,
Did
then I
Matt
can watch
Clark
the
go to
fireworks from the
England?
hospital.
Did Matt Clark go to England? Well, his voice did.
His voice did.
His voice did. Because a couple of people that knew our channel that we met wanted to hear some of the voices. So we did some.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So, yeah, we have our youngest two are born on July 6th and July 7th. They are 3 years and 6 hours apart. I do that one? I did. Hang on, Bud, you are twisted. Can't have that.
Got a twisted, well, it's not really a suspender.
Stop.
Shoulder strap.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
You pre-ordered another logo. Cool.
Oh, I have pre-ordered a bunch, and I bought a. Like I said, I was showing off earlier
Yeah, see,
the
he's
stuff
got
I
a
got.
couple, but he's gonna do episodes with those.
Yeah, that's why I did not open these live. I'm gonna do episodes rather than, you know, I opened the Mallard, got the Mallard out here live, and what
Thank you,
some of the
Fitterman.
gifts other people gave. Hey, Brian, how are you? I was born 6 days before Christmas. My sister was born on Christmas.
Yeah.
Not in the same year. Are we doing anything special on the 4th? We're having the family together,
Yeah.
which is about as special as it gets.
Yeah, that's about it.
We're going to do a cookout, traditional American
we'll do a
cookout.
grill and grill out and hamburgers and hot dogs, and we'll have beans. That's British. We should have some in the cupboard. I usually buy the 2 holidays at the same time.
But yeah, so
Yeah, I gotta do some shopping.
yeah, Jim. Just for you, Jim. I'm gonna go up here. I got a Class 245 diesel from Brava.
Ding, ding, ding.
Really nice one. I can't wait to get this going. This arrived the same day I did. I got home from the airport and this arrived an hour later. Whoops, putting that on upside down. So that's one of the new toys, but I'm gonna, instead of opening them live, I really want to use these as an excuse to get back to doing Model Train Outsider, Miracle Outsider shows.
Yep.
And then the other one I got was this one. This is a Class 143. Now, anybody who follows me knows a few months ago I got a Pico Class 143. I'm not happy with it. It was a lower budget one. Not a lot of functions, but it's a really weak puller. This is a Miracle better quality one. So, so look for these videos coming out in the next week or so. Because when we got home, one of the things that really hit me, and I'll go ahead and put the trains back up so you guys can watch the trains come around, was, as anybody who knows me knows, I retired from my job, and they canceled my program and everything, so I had to empty my classroom. And stuff I've accumulated over 36 years went into the garbage or came home in boxes. And the thing is, I knew we were traveling, so I just brought boxes and boxes of stuff home out of my classroom, and I dumped them down here. I just had piles everywhere. And then we took off. You know, Joyce brought home the stuff she brings home each summer, and we just...
Considerably less.
I just threw a lot of stuff down here, figuring I'll sort it out, and then we took off. Well, of course, I come back, and I'm looking at all this stuff, and I've got to make hard decisions. This is stuff that has memories in my classroom, but has no practical use at home. This goes in the garbage. This might have a use. This, maybe I'll save. I can't decide yet. And so the last couple of days, I've been down here just a little bit, picking at stuff and trying to clean up. But all the vacation electronics got dumped down here, and I'm trying to sort it all out.
Not for you, bud.
And so I got to do all that. I've got
done?
to sort through all that. I've got literally 2,000 or 3,000 photographs from our trip to the UK that we want to edit and put on a slideshow for the family to bore them and torture them with. Plus, I've got 250 gigs of 4K video from our trip to the UK that I want to edit and put together. Some of those I'm going to edit and put them on the YouTube channel where I met people.
All right, we're going up.
All right, Joyce and Kyan are leaving. They're out of here. So there's a lot, and I'll move my mic back over here now. So there is a lot of stuff I have to deal with here. Plus I've got some home repairs I've got to get going on. Joyce wants us to remodel our bedroom, including the bathroom in our bedroom. And I've got some major projects I'm now planning on getting to work on with the layout and actually start working on the layout. But that might even go down on the list. I've got a lot of stuff pulling me in a million different directions, which I hate. But I've got more Fowler car stuff, and I'm going to try to redo the Fowler car system. But also, I've talked myself into doing a drastic change, not even changing the track on the layout, but I'm going to actually buy some furniture and jack up the table and raise my layout. It's going to be a tough job. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to do it because it has to all be done at once. I do not have anything Fleischmann. Fleischmann is an excellent company. Jim will tell you that. But Fleischmann was on their, when I got into the hobby, Fleischmann and Rocco were being bought out and joined together as one company, Fleischmann and Rocco. And about 3 years ago, Jim, was it 3 years ago, 4 years ago? The company that owns Fleischmann and Rocco, Fleischmann is now the N scale and Rocco is now the HO scale. So there's no Fleischmann HO stuff. And to find Fleischmann, if I wanted to add some cool Fleischmann things, I'd have to go on the secondary market. There is nothing Fleischmann. And by the way, if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I run 3-rail. I'll show you my turnout. Let's go to the camera here. But if you look right there, you can see that's a nice view of it. I run 3-rail. Those nubs are the 3rd rail. So this is AC 3-rail system. And so it would be expensive and hard to find 3-rail Fleischmann anymore. But if I could, I would. Hey there, O-Gage, how are you? Yeah, and that's the big thing, especially for Jim. Fleischmann does not make its HO track anymore, which was high quality track. I do the Miraklin C track, which again, purists don't like it because it's not realistic enough, but it's still the biggest Miraklin track seller. You know, twice as much, no, I think it's more than that. Probably 4 times as much C track gets sold as Miraclin's K track, which is their normal looking track, the non-pre-bedded stuff. This is Miraclin's C track. It's pre-bedded. This, by the way, also has a motor and a digital decoder in it, which is why I love the C track system, because there's no drop wires to bus wiring. It's all digital. It all runs. Once you connect this in, it's got a decoder, so you can automatically change things. And I bought a bunch of new decoders and motors, so I'm going to redo a big section over there. I need to start doing some tricep exercises. I'm watching my triceps are getting pretty flabby there. That's pretty gross. I need to start working out again. But we've had I've got some major plans that I'm going to get around to, but now I've got time. I'm retired, although it's not going to feel like it. And then there's the stuff Joyce and I like to do. Go bike riding, play tennis, take our kayaks. They're not real kayaks. They're these called sit-upons. So like miniature short canoes. They're kind of like rafts, but they're called sit-upon kayaks. And Joyce and I like to go out different places and take our kayaks. And we haven't done any of that yet. The Profi track, that's what it's called, the Profi track. But yeah, I just bought a crap load, and I'm going to buy more, but I just did a big one to get me started. But when am I going to start it? Because like I said, I want to get, I want to start doing episodes again. I think maybe that's why my channel is not getting the views it was getting a year ago. But in the end, let's face it, I really don't care about views. I care about the 20 to 30 people who come to my live feeds. Those are the people I'm after. If some other people don't come, it's sad. But oh well, I'll do my thing. But I do want to get back. I've got songs. We got more parody songs to come up. Greg, I've just started editing. I just got to see how well I can put it together with the video. And I'll let you know, but I'll talk to you more about that after you come home from the hospital. But your singing was fine. The thing is, you put it all together for me. And that makes it harder for me to do some things with it. I may just get you to do the vocal track separately. I may ask you, but that's something to talk about later. Your singing is a million times better than mine. But we've got 3 or 4 parody songs I'd like to get going on. Well, I have the Railjet to me is the Rolls Royce of model trains. Even its economy class seating is amazing. First class is out of this world. But the IC4, who do I like better? Do I like my Railjet or do I like my IC4? In terms of models, they're about equal. In terms of livery, I love the ICE liveries. I love that white with the black windows and the red stripe underneath. It's my logo. It's my channel logo. But the the Railjet livery just grabbed my eyes 4 years ago. First time I saw it. All right, Richard, thank you. Take care. Love to your mom. But we had a brilliant I've got a lot of cool trains. I love my trains. My layout definitely right now is a hodgepodge of just crap I threw everywhere, other than my Dumb and Horse station, which is a 100% accurate inside and out representation of the city of Dumb and Horse and its train station. I'm very proud of it. It's 100% scratch built. The bus station is a combination of scratch built and kit bashing. The Bus Zeobe, as they call it in Germany. Well, there will be a Matt Clark Christmas special, obviously, around Christmas. And then Matt Clark Series 3, depending on when I get to writing Series 3, will start again in January. But I'm not even going to think about Matt Clark until the fall. I want to keep it a little simpler. Matt Clark Series 2, I love. I think it was awesome. I think it was better written than Series 1. But it was longer and harder to make. It was a lot more work to make Series because there was just so much in it. But a lot of people said they didn't like Series 2 as much as Series 1. And this is the funny thing. Series 1 was great, but Series 2 required more intelligent work to make it work, because I couldn't just do a repeat of Series 1. And the Christmas special really was a great bridge. There are some people who didn't watch the Christmas special, and they watched it. You really have to watch Series 1, the Christmas special, and then Series 2 makes a lot more sense. But I had new people to the channel who started just watching Series 2, and like, what is this stupid shit? And I'm like, well, you don't understand the characters or their interplay unless you know Series 1. That's like watching MASH 7 years in, and they reference the first Colonel. I can't think of his name. You know, Stevenson's character. McLean Stevenson's character. Colonel Blake. That was it, Colonel Blake. All right, good night, Chris. Thank you. Hopefully you're going to be on the mend soon. Philip Page, good night. Man, it was awesome to meet you too. We will be putting up videos, and I've posted pictures both on Facebook and YouTube. I will be posting video because I want to get all that up, at least the videos of where we met people. But it was definitely, you know, or when they reference, after they got rid of Major Burns, when Major Burns, the guy that played Larry, I can't think of his last name, when he left the show and replaced him, or when BJ Honeycutt, if you're watching MASH and you didn't watch the first three, you don't quite know the full story of who these characters are, or even the characters that came before them. So, you really got to watch the series through. Hey, Damien, how are you? Yep, I'm back. I am back. And, yeah, it's, I write Matt Clark because I enjoy it. And I make the cartoons hoping a few other people like it. And we definitely have some very strong Matt Clark fans. A lot of people have left my channel because I'm not doing all the German explanations of the Central Station, because I kind of did that. There was no room for me to grow, at least yet. I don't do the shows as much because those were actually harder to do than just a live stream. I got into the live stream because, to me, a live stream's easy. Some guys say live streams are so hard, and for me, because I'm not doing anything, I just turn on the camera and turn on my trains, and voila, I'm live streaming. And doing production videos is a bit more work, but I do want to get back to that. So I will, new stock videos now that I'm starting to acquire new stock again. But, I had two shows that were what this channel was about for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Model Train Outsider, American Outsider shows. And then I started doing the live streams, and slowly those other two shows faded away because as I was winding up my career, I had a lot more work to do. Live streams were just easier. So it was it was definitely a change for the lazy. But now that I'm retired, and now that we're done with the UK trip, we can get back to normal, and I will start assessing time and putting more time into actually working on this table. But, don't expect a year from now this table to be all done either. I work very slow, and I work in spurts. Hey guys, how you doing? My son and daughter are here. Cayenne's parents are here. But I do have to make some major changes on it, and I talked myself into doing a really drastic change, which is how I originally planned on building this layout. Same shape, same track formation. I'm not going to drastically change that. But we have storage issue problems in this house. This is a small house. I know when you look at this big room with this massive train table, but this is half my house. This basement is half my house. But the thing is, I took the miracle, and thank you for that, Joseph. I took them to a point where I had expressed what I could express. And then the Model Train Outsider, that series came to an end and I tried to bring it back at the beginning of the year. I introduced the Dr. Zaius character as a humor. And again, that was something to get me back. I had a lot of skits with Dr. Zaius I wanted to do, but work was just ridiculous. I just did not have free time. I did not have the free time I had in years past. Just a lot more work, lot less free time at home. It really got, and I also ran out of material per se. I had opening skits, but the Model Train Outsider was going to be me building my layout. Well, I haven't really worked on my layout since April of 2021. Yeah, April of 2021 was the last time I really did anything on the layout. Last August, I built a few model buildings and stuck them on. but it's been since April of 2021 that I did anything on layout, and that's when I was trying to digitalize the Fowler car system, and that just crashed, and it literally broke my heart. I spent 3 10-hour days down here trying to get it all going. I had the Fowler car system working perfectly, and I decided to digitalize it. I bought the Fowler car digital blip, set it all up, and everything went out. It would not work. I can't even get it to work the old way. So I bought some new motors and some new track. I'm going to redesign it and hope it works. But I'm just going to get all new motors, all new bits to it, redesign the runs a little bit. But that so frustrated me. And it was about the time we went back into work instead of working from home last year. And I was not in the mood. I was glad I was doing the live streams because I didn't want to come down here. Every time I came down here, I saw the Fowler car and it pissed me off. But I've got new Fowler car stuff, and I'm going to give it a start over. Yeah, I mean, obviously, storage issues are a comparative thing, but for Joyce and me, who have 30 years in this house and 30, and by the way, Joyce and I just celebrated, cheers everybody, our 35th wedding anniversary on Monday. Yeah, Monday the 27th was our 35th anniversary, I'm sorry. Joyce and I have been married 35 years now. I know she doesn't look like it. I've been accused of having a Kentucky wedding with Joyce. Well, sometimes Hot Dog Pilot, I have that attitude. If I work on something really hard and it doesn't work, I quit. I'm just like, to hell with it. But I had redone this and rebuilt it a couple of times and redesigned it. Finally got it where it was working beautifully, except you had to do everything manually. You had to turn it on manually, turn the cars on manually, and they offer a way to do it digital. So I tried to go digital, and everything just went down. And it angered me. To the point where if I hadn't been doing live streams, I wouldn't have come down here for weeks or months. Fortunately, the live streams got me down here and got me working on the cars, but I still look over there and I get pissed. But I'm going to work on it. But now that the UK trip is over, I'm going to get back to it. But I've got things from the UK trip I got to finish up. Again, I just sit here talking to you people. What's a Kentucky wedding? Well, in Kentucky, with parental consent, you can get married at 14. In other words, Joyce and I have been married 35 years. There are people that think she was a little young when I married her because she doesn't look... She's 56. She doesn't look 56, but she's 56. But we just, in terms of jet lag, I've recovered from the trip to the trip from the UK. But now I've got all these projects. Time to get to work on the layout again after a year and a half. I've got home building projects. I've got some plumbing issues I have to fix in a couple of places, and I've got a bedroom that Joyce wants me to completely remodel. There you are, Jean Ricard. You missed Joyce. Joyce was here and gone. You missed her. Oh, and Jean Ricard, you're very, very late to the show. I got the mallard. You get less than murder. Well, on the bright side, in our case, it's been Joyce and I are joined at the hip. I mean, if that's one thing you guys that met us in the UK know, Joyce and I, we're a tag team. We don't. It's just, I know you live down in that area. Well, you live, on the border there, Missouri to Tennessee. But yeah. But it's going to be, it's time to get a lot of things done. But Joyce has her, oh, you're retired now. You'll have time to do this list. and I've rebuilt almost this entire house. This basement down here, I did all this. This is not how the basement looked when we bought this house. And then new flooring, new walls. We had a couple of floods down here that did some damage, and then some other issues came up. The walls were leaking water, so we had to have a new weeping system installed in the basement, and they tore up the whole basement to do that. Messed up some of my trains and my original layout, and then I had to completely remodel and refinish the basement. And then I remodeled it again to put this layout in. And but I've got a lot of time. Well, you know, I'm proud of the work I can do. I mean, my dad, my father, I wish to God he had been a different man where I could have learned from him. Because my father, there wasn't a mechanical skill he did not have. He could plumb, electric, carpenter, car mechanic. He could tear apart car engines and put them back together blindfolded perfectly. I can't think of a handyman job he couldn't do as well as the best pros. And as I've said on live streams before, there are 3 houses in the city of Toledo that my father and his brother built entirely themselves. Laying the concrete slab, the foundation, all that work, and built the houses, the electrical, the plumbing, everything. The only train I officially unboxed, Jean Ricard, was the Mallard. Now, I did get some other gifts that I unboxed live. For example, Danny from South Line, Southern Line in the UK gave us this, but I did not open this until I did the live stream today. So this was an amazing gift that I can add. This can actually run on my layout. This has no problem going on my layout because the DC wheels on this won't be a problem with my AC because it's not powered. So this will run. It won't have any issue running on my AC layout. You cannot run Miraklin cars. For example, where did I put that one? Yeah. For example, if you were to take this Miraklin and see this is HO and say, hey, that's a really cool car, and put it on your layout, and again, thank you for this, Jim. If you were to put this on your 00 system or your DC or DCC system, your 2-rail system, you would short your system out. Because these are non-insulated wheels. So it would be just like taking a piece of metal and sticking across your track. Now, when they have plastic wheels, that's a different story. But basically, Miraklin tends to be metal wheels, and you can't put that on your system. But on the flip side, because both the outer rails on Miraklin, the 3-rail system, are the same, this won't screw anything up, so I can run these on there. Yeah, you would have to change the wheels on this to run it on DC. I don't actually have to change the wheels on this to run it on my system. I could take this out of the box, stick it on my layout right now, and it would not have a problem. My trains, this would not do anything to my system. On the flip side, if you took this and stuck it on your 00 system, which is 2-rail DC powered, you would short your system out. Funny story, Jason at Barnabas Junction 3 years ago, when I was following his channel, he pulled out a Miraklin card, knew I was into Miraklin, and he's like, hey, Anthony, watch this. And I'm trying to type in, don't put it on your layout, don't put it on your layout. And he put it on and shorted his system out before I could hit enter. Oops. It's like, yeah, you can't put this on yours. You can't put this on yours, but I can put this on mine. Okay. So that's all I did. The other stuff I got, genre card, I got a new Maryland Class 143 locomotive to replace my Pico one. That's kind of a... And then... Bye-bye! Genre card finally showed up, honey. And then I got a Brava Class 245 diesel locomotive. So 2 passenger locomotives for the system, but I'll be doing videos on these later. Yeah, genre card. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but again, yep, you have to order the other wheels. Yep, you have to change them out. Now, I've done that with cars I planned on. For example, well, I'm not running it today. My Roco, it's a set of Roco cars for my Czech Eurocity Express train. I bought all new wheel sets for them, Märklin wheel sets, or wheel sets for because I do plan on getting those lit up someday. So I had to change the wheels out on those because they have to be able to pick up the power that way. So that was that. But otherwise, again, it was just amazing. The trip to the UK was beyond a dream come true. If you told me it would be as brilliant as it was, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have expected. And we had stresses. Yes, we clearly were worried about the train strike and what it affect. But we got notified. Your train's running. And we took security measures. We bought bus tickets just in case the trains did get canceled. But in the long run, we didn't have to do that. But the day-to-day trip through the UK was just brilliant. And meeting the people we met was the sweetest part of it all. From Tim Dowd, Tim JD in here, and go subscribe to his channel if you haven't. Great rail fanning stuff. Occasionally he shows his trains running in his house, and cool trains. And oh shucks! Gotta get it smoky in there. Oh shucks! It's all a bunch of horse poop. But we had, we just had a brilliant time. We met Tim, and then we went up and met Alan, and then Jim at Hover Motion, and his family. Because, you know, Jim used the word, and we used it as well, surreal. It was surreal. He put that on his video when he mentioned Joyce and I being there. It was surreal. It is. Because I've been watching his channel for 4 or 5 years, and he's been hanging around mine for a few years now. And the thing is, he's got 2 younger daughters, although they're not that younger now, that I've watched grow up, even though I don't know them, never met them. Just a couple of great kids, by the way, Jim. Your daughters are awesome, brilliant kids, just awesome. Donna is awesome. We can't praise your family or Alan's family enough. Just brilliant. And I just hope we were good guests and visitors in your houses. But, yeah, travel changes you. It does. Well, it can change you. I know people that travel and they don't change. If anything, they become more curmudgeon-y. Because Joyce and I, when we travel, especially in Germany, we see the ugly Americans. And we ran into a few ugly Americans in the UK. And Joyce and I are very, very conscious about that. Americans that go to other countries and just expect everything to operate the way it does in America. Joyce and I expect things to be different. We don't come in with an American bias. We don't come in, like you do it this way, you do it this way, you do it that way. No, this is their country. This is how they do it. There are things I would laugh at, like the UK coins. Pick a shape, pick a size, and stick with it. It's as bad as the American, where our dime is bigger than, or our penny is bigger than our dime, our nickel is bigger than our dime. And worse than that, American money doesn't tell you how much it's worth. It says 1 dime, but a dime doesn't mean anything to anybody except an American. UK money and European money, it all tells you 10, 20, 25. But wow, it's 4 weeks and I'm still like, wait, is this the 10 or is this? It was really, it's the octagon or hexagon shaped coins, the 50 and the 20, the big one's the 50, the smaller one's the 20. We figured that one out. We got that one. But the 5s and the 10s, we never could figure them out. Joyce and I struggled. 5 or a 10. We just could not get it out. To the last day. 1 penny, 2 penny, 5 piece, and 10 piece. We had no freaking idea. I'm holding out change going, you pick. Do I have it here? Actually, the last week, I was just handing any change I had to the beggars. I know you shouldn't do that. I definitely didn't do it on the trains. But the guys on the streets that looked miserable enough, here, I don't like it. You take it. But yeah, but anyhow, I want to go back and finish that story, although I talked about it several times already. Because it was really weird to be sitting there with Jim and seeing his daughters. And I was talking to his oldest daughter, who's 18 now, and I've been watching it since she was 13. And I begged her, I said, I know it's weird, it's surreal, it's crazy. I've watched you grow up and I don't know a darn thing about you. And she could have been like, this is one of Dad's creepy friends. I'll go. She was so polite and friendly. She was so polite and friendly. And she turned around a little bit later and said, we've been watching you. It's the same thing. We've been watching you. So it's weird that this guy we've watched on TV for years is now sitting in our house. Because I'm like, I'm here because Jim's a big channel. Although the funniest thing is Jim says, I don't know why I have 16,000 subscribers. And I said to him, Jim, have you ever watched your own channel? You've got an awesome layout. You've got great stuff. You do amazing things. It's just brilliant. He's got one of the coolest layouts out there. And he's always adding something more. And it's all digital. But at the risk of embarrassing Jim a bit, but Alan had the same thing, is Jim was, I don't know if excited's the right word, but Jim was happy that we were there, that he forgot to make sure certain turnouts were open. So a couple of times he ran trains. Oops, they took the wrong turn. Because, it's like, Anthony Dodge is here, and I don't know why anybody would be excited to meet us, but, or at least me, but it was just cool. And his family and his wife was so brilliant. We had tea, English tea, which meant drinks, cakes, sandwiches. And there was more to eat there. I mean, she went out of her way, and I felt really bad because, yes, I would have happily eaten 6 scones and 5 sandwiches, but there is a reason I've lost 70 pounds over the last couple of years, and that is I don't eat a lot anymore. I would have happily eaten more, but I wound up 2 scones and a cheese sandwich, whatever. And that was more than I wanted to eat, but she did such a nice job. But, God, brilliant family, brilliant people. Same with Alan. And then the people we met at the York National Railway. Carl, Richard from Trains in the Attic, Andrew McDonald from March West Junction, Robert from Robert's Train Set took a 5-hour train to come and hang out with us. I won't say just me to meet me. Some people did come to meet me, but hey, it's meet me, and we're at the York National Railway Museum. It was brilliant. I was just sitting there in awe looking at all these famous UK channel people in my little world. And so it was mind-blowing, and I can't get over it. And we didn't have enough time. I mean, Jim, we kept saying, hey, we should, we need to get out of your hair, and we'll take the train. We already overstayed. We set a time like, okay, we'll leave at 5. And I think we left your house after 7. It was just brilliant. Well, I did put their links on the videos I posted, where pictures and that where I met that. But yeah, I can do that again. When I post up the videos, I'll post it. But it started with Tim in Cardiff, and Tim was brilliant. I've got his picture here. It ended with Danny from South Line, Southern Line. I was hoping he might pop in, but and Danny was probably along with Tim, maybe the most excited, because Tim and I had this thing. I'm sitting there looking at Tim, going, "It's Tim, awesome channel," and he's said many times he was doing, "It's you, it's you." Like, we're like two people meeting Hollywood celebrities, because you are people we see on TV. You're on my TV. I know we're not movie stars, we're not famous, but when you're sitting there with a person you've watched on TV, it literally is the same feeling. I have met some celebrities, and I will tell you, sitting with Tim JD was just as exciting as meeting the famous golfer Chichi Rodriguez, or Lee Trevino, or Tom Weisskopf. That was a long time ago, guys. Or a couple of authors I have met. It was just as, Alan is sitting there. I'm sitting there in Jim's attic watching his trains that I've been watching on TV. It was the same thing as meeting a celebrity. It was a celebrity. They were all celebrities. It was just amazing to meet everybody. And I was just sitting there giddy. I wasn't thinking these people came to see me. I'm just thinking, these people let me see them. Alan let me in the shed. Who would let me in the shed? And it just was mind blowing to be meeting these people, and the fact that some of us said we felt the same way. Even Alan was like, "I can't believe that's you. We've been watching your silliness and channel for a couple of years now." But Alan is just, I mean, you can't say enough nice things about Alan. You can't. Or any of the people we met. You can't say enough nice things about these people. They were brilliant. They were just mind-blowing, generous and kind. And Philip Page, we only got to talk to him for 20-25 minutes, and wow, it was just a brilliant 25 minutes. Guy came to a platform to catch us in between trains because he wanted to meet us. Okay, it wasn't the York Railway Museum. It was close to where he lived. He could come to the city of Wigan and wait on the platform and catch us running between trains. And as it was, there was a delay, so we got 25 minutes. It was brilliant. It was just so surreal, and we never had enough time. Just so many good people, and it's great that. And I'll give you another example is Andrew McDonald from March West Junction gave me a bunch of gifts. That amazing picture, this little ad thing he bought. He bought us a couple little cars and a couple other things. And it all came in this little bag. I'm sure he had to pay some money for. He gave us all these gifts. I buy him a pop. That's all he would take. I buy him a cola, a pop. And he texts me and says, "I owe you a pop." Dude, you spent 10 times the money I just spent on you to buy you a drink. You don't owe me anything. Alan does all this stuff for us, and then he says, "I wish I could have done more for you." Okay, Alan, next time buy me a train. And just, it was so brilliant. I can't say it enough. That's why I turned my trains off here, and I've been talking for 40 minutes to the camera, because to have met these people, every time I watch their videos now, because I'm trying to catch up on everybody's channel, every time I watch their videos, I'm like, I met that person. I actually met them. And even when they post videos about me, it's like, yeah, we were there. That's us. They actually posted a video about meeting us. God, who would post a video about meeting us unless it was to make fun of us? But, I always send Joyce in first because she makes everything. Everybody wanted to see if I was real. Well, the thing is, I think the people that met us, found out that we are real, that we are not, and we found the same out. Leslie Gilpin is Leslie Gilpin. When you watch his videos, he is, except, on his videos, he's just rail fanning and throws in a little narrative at the beginning or at the end. Leslie is a brilliant guy and just a pleasure to hang around with. I didn't hang around with him enough. Richard from Trains in the Attic, brilliant guy. I didn't get to talk to him nearly enough. Andrew, one of my hero worships, bromances I've had, another good-sized channel and brilliant layout guy that he would want to hang around with a knucklehead, but it was so awesome to meet him. But they're all even better in real life than what you see on the camera. And I think most people that met us would say the same thing that, I mean, if you go and watch what they're posting, you know, and when people comment, because there are people that don't like us on YouTube, and you can go and watch where Alan does his video about meeting us. They will talk about, hey, Alan, that was great when you got to do this and you got to do, and they won't mention having met us, where Alan's like, great people, and other people are like, oh, it was so nice you got to meet Anthony and Joyce, and Alan replies, they were great people. They were great people. And that really touches you. You're like, wow, Alan thought we were great people. And the text messages we exchange and the comments we're exchanging on other places and that. And hopefully we can start talking more to each other. I mean, it would be awesome. Jim and I can perhaps sometimes even call and talk to each other. It was just brilliant to meet all these people, and it did change my world, because it really made these people real, and you realize just how great this community can be. And this community has its dark side. We all like to say this community is awesome. We have our dark sides too, but the meeting these people that wanted to meet you as well was just brilliant. I'm overwhelmed, and I'll be overwhelmed for a while. And every time I watch one of their videos, I'm just, you know, it's even weirder now to watch their videos since I've met them. It's weirder now, and I've repeated myself ad nauseum, and I'll probably keep doing it for a while. All right, thank you, Hot Dog Pilot. You'll run a Fleischmann, although that's more general. You got to run a Miraklin in my honor, or anything that's ICE related, or a Railjet if you got one. Anyhow, I've been babbling forever, and I stopped running trains a while ago to convince myself I should get off, and Joyce is probably wondering where dinner is. But I just, it's nice to be home, but the UK trip was really brilliant. It's hard to explain. It's sad it's over. We were ready to come home because we missed family, of course. But going through the pictures, and, you know, again, the pictures of meeting Tim on the train the first day we were coming into Cardiff, and that, I've got it over here on my other screen, you know, if I were to, you know, I'll do it one more time in case people missed it. But this is Joyce, me, and Tim right there. Joyce, me, and Tim again. Joyce, me, and Tim again. Alan, me, and a short Joyce. Me, and if you look down low enough, you'll see Lee. There's me and Jim. Sorry, hover motion. Sorry, Jim, your face is now everywhere to be seen. Chris from Hales Heritage Railway. And our time in Edinburgh together. Robert and half of Joyce. Robert from Robert's Train Set, and a little video of Robert filming while I'm filming. Andrew McDonald in a blurry picture. Me, Richard, and poor Angela, a little too short for the picture. There we go, that's better. Again, me and Robert, me and Leslie, me and Carl, Bangor Junction, me and Danny from South End, Southern Line, and then the little new sign I put up at there, me and Leslie Gilpin. Whoops, didn't want you to do that, dude. That's just it. Me and Philip Page right there. Me and Lee again, and then just some random pictures of the various group members at the meet and greet in but there's the big picture of all of us. Trains in the Attic, March West Junction, some knucklehead, Dragon Junction, Leslie Gilpin Railways, Bangor Junction, and Robert Train Set. All right, take care. And yeah, I'm going to be ending this real quick. I just wanted to one more time go through all the pictures. But it is time, well past time for me to end this. But I figured I'd be on for a bit. So be looking for lots of new shows, new videos as I start editing and putting things together, both from our meetups with people as well as I just, you know, Jim put stuff up the next day about meeting us. Alan put stuff up within a couple of days, but I had to wait till we got home and I'll start putting it up. So I'm recovered from the trip. Emotionally, I'm just kind of dealing with all kinds of the stuff I've got to get going on now. So anyhow, yeah, we're down to about 15 people here. It's already 6:15, so yeah, I need to get my butt moving and take care of dinner here. So anyhow, for those of you that stuck it out this long and hung out this long, Tom Couples and the rest of you here, I don't know if this will be the last stream or the second last stream with this computer. I am getting a new one that can handle all the cameras and it'll do less blurring. It's going to be able to handle everything. So I just want to say once again from the bottom of my heart, it was awesome to meet the people we met. And it's wonderful to talk to any of you that come to the live streams and hang out with us when we do. There's obviously a lot of people we wish we could have met one way or another. All of you, Colin, Wags, Dave Cook, that I didn't see tonight, Tom Couples, Jean Ricard, all of you guys. All of you that we haven't met, we would love to meet. And, but with that said, just look for random material on this channel. If you haven't joined this channel, join. If you haven't hit like or subscribe, like and subscribe. Because you don't have to watch anything. If you subscribe, you don't have to watch anything.